Oh, Subtest 2 of the CSET multiple subjects exam, possibly the most dreaded of the subtests that you need to pass for your CSET multiple subjects exam. But if you need to take and pass this test, you found the right video. Hey there, my name is Elliot Zielinskis. I'm your colleague, your fellow California credentialed elementary school teacher. I have prepared for, taken, and passed this exam, and now it's my job to make passing simple for you too. Now let's start with an overview that this exam, Subtest 2 of your CSET multiple subjects test, is all about math and science. So there are two main sections, and they're really cool, super relevant sections, math and science. You're going to use them every single day when you have your own classroom. However, I personally remember preparing for Subtest 2, and I felt really nervous about it. Math and science were topics that I learned a long time ago, and this test really gauges your understanding of doing math and doing science problems. And in learning about these topics had just been so long that I needed a good refresher. So that's why I created CSET Success, and it includes everything that you need, such as a study guide that is made for visual and auditory learners that includes step-by-step math instructional videos, as well as an online full-length practice test made for people who need to conquer their test anxiety before the actual test day. What makes this test prep really unique is the AI essay writing workshop. Simply read the essay question, type your response, click submit, and watch AI instantly grade your answer based on the same scoring rubric used on test day. Plus, our AI essay grader gives you feedback for improvement. But without further ado, let's jump into what's included in Subtest 2. Let's start with the basics. Subtest 2 requires that you go to a local testing center because there's no online proctoring for Subtest 2. Now, furthermore, you'll receive a total of 52 multiple choice questions and 4 constructed response. That means essay questions. In order to complete this, you will be given a total of 3 hours if you're only taking Subtest 2. But if you're taking Subtest 1, 2, and 3 in one sitting, then they will give you 5 hours to complete the entire exam. The subtest is an expensive test. Unfortunately, it's $99 every single time that you take an individual exam. However, if you take it in bulk, the 1, 2, and 3 altogether, that price is $247. Now, in order to pass, you'll need a score of 220. And fortunately, they are giving us an on-screen calculator to complete the math problems. Now, keep in mind that there are 2 different types of problems when completing Subtest 2, and that again is the multiple choice, which is scored electronically. Now, keep in mind that there's no penalty for guessing, so even if you don't know an answer or a topic that's being presented to you, make sure that you guess. Do your best try. Now, as far as the constructed response questions go, these are actually scored at this time by California educators using a holistic scoring approach in order to evaluate the effectiveness of your response. Now let's talk about what topics are actually presented on test day. So starting with the math section, this is actually divided into 4 different math domains, and the first one is number sense. Now in this section, you will be asked to solve problems using integers, mixed numbers, and rational numbers using the 4 basic properties of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Domain 2 is all about algebra and functions. So here, be ready for seeing questions like ratios, equivalent fractions, finding slope, and factoring polynomials. Domain 3 questions are all about measurement and geometry, where you'll be solving problems using the Pythagorean theorem, as well as finding areas of 2-dimensional objects, as well as the surface areas and volumes of 3-dimensional objects too. Then we move on to Domain 4, which is all about statistics, data analysis, and probability. Here you'll be asked to demonstrate your understanding and ability for calculating data, such as finding the mean, median, mode, and range, and also using scatter plots and frequency tables. And then lastly, you'll be asked to find probabilities of real-life events. Now let's talk about the key subtopics that you'll need to know for the science portion. And here, these are also divided into domains, the first one being physical science. And here, you'll be given questions about the properties of matter and the principles of motion and energy. And then we move on to domain 2, which is life science. And here, you'll get topics about cell biology, so the structure of living organisms, as well as ecology, meaning the living and non-living components of our environment and our world. And then we also move on to genetics and evolution, meaning life cycle and reproduction. And then in Domain 3, you'll receive questions all about Earth and space sciences. And here you'll want to be prepared to answer questions about astronomy, so the solar system and the universe, as well as geology, meaning the structure and composition of Earth, meteorology, so the Earth's atmosphere, and then finally oceanography, meaning the Earth's water. If that all sounds like a lot, honestly it is, and that's why you want one resource to give you everything you need in a bullet point, non-fluff style, so that you save a lot of time and then practice using the right path from the get-go. And if that's what you want, just click the link in the description below or go to teacherpreps.com. And then I'll see you in the other videos. Take care. Bye.